Thanks for coming. I greatly appreciate it. This is our 14th annual North American event, and we've held 4 in London. We've got 242 registrants from 23 countries. As regular attendees know, our events are very eclectic. We have a pretty healthy mixture of offshore and onshore. This isn't one of those conferences that is pro or anti. It's a true mixture of people who are involved in high-value international finance, either as investigators, providers, or buyers of international financial products and services. 40% of attendees live in offshore centers and 60% live in major countries. The biggest source of attendees is the United States, which is the case every year at this event. 45% of everyone here lives in the US, followed by the Cayman Islands at 18%, the BVI at 9%, and Canada at 5%. Other countries represented include Anguilla, Antigua and Barbuda, the Bahamas, Argentina, Bermuda, Brazil, Curacao, Denmark, Guernsey, Ireland, the Isle of Man, Jersey, the Netherlands, Norway, Panama, South Korea, Switzerland, the Turks and Caicos Islands, and the United Kingdom. My favorite description of the event, which I regularly tell people about, is one that Jack Blum, who's in attendance, he's a prominent Washington, D.C. attorney, he gave to the Wall Street Journal for a profile in 2009, quote, "It's like that famous bar in Star Wars where they all come together, the good guys, the bad guys, the seriously guilty, and they all exchange information on neutral territory." Now, of course, who you think is a good guy, a bad guy, and seriously guilty is subjective. And one of the things about this event is we do not come from the standpoint that everything that goes on offshore is bad, and everything that goes on in big countries like the United States and other onshore countries is good. Life isn't like that. We're all human beings. And financial crime, which is essentially what this is about, it's not an offshore problem or an onshore problem. It's a people problem. And you get good and bad people everywhere. We've got 10 journalists covering the event, including those from the Wall Street Journal, Bloomberg, the Associated Press, the Canadian Broadcasting Company, Debtwire, Pinnacle Media in the Cayman Islands, and Tax Notes. So if you have an interesting story to tell, as always at our events, there are plenty of journalists around who are always looking for good stories. Our sessions are going to take place in 3 rooms. So for much of the 2 days, we have 3 concurrent sessions. So this area here is actually salons 1 and 2 combined. So you see anything on the agenda that says salons 1 and 2, that's here. There's a dividing wall. Beyond that wall there is salon 3. And then 1 floor up in a combination of the Lincas and Lummus rooms is our 3rd presentation room. The morning and afternoon breaks will be held directly behind you, where you had breakfast this morning. And this evening we have a cocktail reception in the same place where the cocktail reception was held yesterday For those who didn't attend, you go outside, you walk past the pool, you go down some steps, and that's where the evening cocktail reception will be held. We keep paper down to a minimum. I mean, I used to hate going to conferences. You know, you check in, you get a bag. You know, it's almost like an exercise. It's so heavy. It's a workout. Nobody's going to miss out on anything. All of the sessions are being audio and video recorded. Approximately 2 weeks after the conference ends, you'll receive an email with instructions on how to access the recordings. The Wi-Fi code for the hotel is KYC News 2016. So that's all one word. KYC News is all in caps. I want to thank all of our sponsors, Astigaraga Davis, Martin Kenny & Co., Nixon Peabody, who hosted last night's cocktail reception, Campbell's, Cobrey & Kim, Burford Capital, Faber Financial Group, Cayman National, Cayman Finance, Monfrini, Kretel and Associates, ACAMS, Inquisit Solutions, that until recently was known as Kalina Risk Management, eShore, in partnership with the International Association of Certified Compliance Specialists. And as we did last year, on behalf of all of the sponsors, I want to kick off the conference with a sort of feel-good gesture of giving somebody a gift or a prize, call it what you want, of an Apple Watch. So is Lydia George of the BVI here? Could you come and collect this magnificent gift? And this is on behalf of the sponsors, not Offshore Alert. You're welcome. Okay. And that's not the only gift we're giving away. We have a MacBook Air laptop. We have an iPad Pro, which when I was at the store yesterday, they said was better than a laptop. I think it's their newest product, apparently. And we have 3 Apple TVs. We'll be giving these away to people who participate in our conference app. So as we did last year, we have a conference app, and I strongly encourage you to download this because you can see everybody who's in attendance. You can directly message them. You can let people know where you're going to be. You can upload photographs. There's a whole range of activity that you can do that I think is actually truly beneficial. You're not wasting your time. And every time you do something, you'll receive automatically points. There will be a link called Leaderboard, and you can see how many points you have. At the end of the conference, we will raffle the top 15 points leaders, and we have 5 gifts to give out. So 1 in every 3 people in the top 15 will receive, quite nice gifts. And for those Apple users, you can go to the Apple App Store online, and it's there. And for non-Apple users, if you just do a search, you'll find it, and you can download it like this.